will remember. The words themselves are just a little teeny part of it. You guys ever been texting each other and you're like, why is this person pissed off at me? And they're really not pissed off at you? That's because there's no context. It's just words. So that's why when you're interviewing people and when you're interviewing for a job or trying to make friends or trying to ask somebody out on a date or whatever, so much of it is just your confidence. That's a really important thing. Anything else, guys? Yes? Unfortunately, as a company in California, there are always people who want to sue you for things. It's just the nature of having a company. For my company, it's always just BS kind of stuff. Here's an example. We had a woman that worked for us. I think she was 55 or so. She was African American. She was overweight. But she was awesome. Great employee. Loved her. And then one day her work really started to go down. She wasn't showing up to work. She wasn't doing a good job. And we had lots of conversations with her, similar to what we talked about Kevin, for months. And her kept going down, kept getting worse, wouldn't show up for work. So finally we had to let her go. She accuses us of firing her because she was a woman, which is stupid because 95% of my company is women. She accused us of firing her because she was a minority. 80% of my company is minority. But that's the way our system works sometimes, unfortunately, is you can sue somebody for anything, even if there's no proof. So it's stupid stuff like that, that when you're a company owner you have to deal with, but it's the price of doing business sometimes. No.
Have you ever lost a case?
Sometimes you don't lose a case, but sometimes it makes more sense to give somebody a little bit of money to go away. Here's a good example. If somebody wants $1,000 and it's going to cost you $100,000 to fight it, sometimes, just to make things go away, you're better off giving them $1,000. Sometimes. It depends. Because, or you can spend $100,000 and win, but what did you win? So that's kind of the math sometimes you need to do as a business owner. Whoops. Anything else? Yep.
Where do you find your recruiters?
Our recruiters, we find basically from other companies, because I like people who have a little bit of experience. Mainly because I don't want to teach them the basics of how to use computers, how to use the software, like Microsoft has like Office and Outlook and certain software that's for business. I don't want to teach people that. I want another company to teach them that. And then once they're trained on some of the basics on how to work in a company, how to show up on time, how to be professional, then I'm okay hiring them. But I don't want to hire people who have no experience whatsoever or have no classes like this, because you guys are actually learning a lot about business. But there's a lot of kids who've never had a class like this. And they try to get a job, and they've had no experience and no expectations. Those are the kind of kids I probably want to let somebody else hire first for the recruiters. But for other departments, it's totally different for everything. Mr. Skinner, any other questions?
No, these guys are, how you say, they're good. No, I think this is a rare opportunity for you guys. It's not every day a CEO comes and talks about the company, and these are some funny questions, but I don't, the next couple of weeks, have you ever fired someone? These are interesting things. So.
No, the whole purpose of the program, guys, is to educate and inform you guys about business. And so some of the questions you're asking, they're real. I don't take offense to any of them, so you guys shouldn't be afraid to ask any questions. I'm asking questions about the guest speakers, what their high school was like, or their college, or all. Every single one of us that's going to be up here this year, we were all sitting where you were sitting at some point. We all, had trouble in school. We all had trouble with girls or guys. We all like all the same stuff you guys are going through now. We went through the exact same stuff when we were your age, except for him.